It's Sunday morning and it's time to look at the hottest selling reserve list cards of February 13th till the 18th of 2022. Who comes out on top this week? Stay tuned and find out. Hi everyone and welcome back, my cardboard commandos. You're hanging out with a guy who did not graduate Magic University, but we are taking a look at the hottest selling reserve list cards this week. So if you're new to the channel, you've just found me right now, my name is MTG Moxman and you're welcome to hang out anytime you'd like. Smash that subscribe button, join in the fun. It's free, doesn't cost you a dime, but it does help the channel get closer to 10,000 subscribers and the party we're going to have when we get there. You're all welcome to join in. So let's go ahead and take a look at these awesome selling reserve list cards. We're starting out at number 10. So we're starting out with Ring of Renewal from Fallen Empires. Now this card is an average price of $1.90 US. The market price is $1.39 US. And of course, it's only €2.32 to get that card. It's $5 in Canada when you can find them. What's interesting is I did a video yesterday on the hottest selling cards in Magic, and some commons can cost as much as this card. Very interesting. Now, as a reserve list card, let's face it, it's 5 to get out and 5 to use. The only time I would see this card being used is if I had no cards in hand, because it says discard a card at random. But if you have no cards in hand, it's basically pay 5, draw 2. It could be used in certain artifact decks. It's not like a card you're going to see everywhere. A lot of people do collect it, enjoy the artwork and the nostalgia of having a card like this. And the sales are showing you. I mean, there's 21 sales, the 13th to the 18th. Not a horrible sales for a reserve list card, but I think you're going to see cards like this slowly climb purely on the collectability factor of reserve list cards that people are finally starting to understand that they're not coming back. And every card like this, when it's gone, it's usually gone for good now. So let's go ahead and take a look at number 9 this week. And that is going to be Triangle of War. Of course, this was number 1 last week with like 1,000+ sales. It was crazy. When we look at now and look at the price jump in that 7-day period. This card is from Visions. And of course, the average price now is $15 US. The market price is $7.04 US. And it's €3.74 to get that card into your house. Still good sales. 23 sales in a 7-day period is still good for a reserve list card. And it's still really cheap. Remember that, guys. A lot of these reserve list cards can be extremely cheap when you're first looking at it and comparing it to anything that comes out in standard nowadays. So cheap cards to still get, even with the spike up. It's probably the highest it's ever been, which is amazing. And the people doing the buyout are probably very proud of themselves right now because it's never been this high. And the artwork is truly amazing to see. I mean, it's on the cover of the box, right? It's kind of cool. So, way to go, Triangle of War. We'll see if you can hang in there a little while longer. You went from number 1 to number 9, so unless somebody keeps up the pressure, this card will fall off. And I've noticed the restock is slow to start on things like TCG Player and eBay, but it's slowly coming back. Locally, none for sale in Canada, but I think it's around $12. Let's go ahead and take a look at number 8 this week with 27 sales, and that is Gulp Deceptor from Alliances. I used to use this card. I'll go over that in a second here. So the average price is $4.15 US. The market price is $2.58 US, and it's €4.51 to get to that card. Now, locally, this card's about $5 in Canada. 27 sales from the 13th to the 18th of 2022. This is a zero casting cost artifact that let you take cards from your hand and hide them under the scepter. Okay? And then later on, you can tap the scepter to bring a card back, depending on what the situation is and how you want to use the card. If the scepter got disenchanted, all the cards under it are gone, right? But we used to use this when people would hit us with like low card volume. If I only have 1 or 2 cards, I need to protect a card from that Hypnotic Spectre or from that Mind Twist, I would hide cards in the scepter. This card did have uses, or if I was drawing too many cards, I could always hide one away for later on if I was going to nuke the world in my Time Twisting deck. So I always enjoyed this card. It probably should be like a $15, $20 card right now, and it's not. Kudos to the person who recognized that and grabbed some on this massive dip on the card. I congratulate you. Smart move. By the way, purely entertainment purposes, guys. Purely entertainment purposes only. I am not a financial advisor. Don't take me as such. Purely entertainment. Non-advice. Remember, I didn't graduate Magic University. All right. Ebon Praetor, Fallen Empires, hanging in there at number 7. This card still hasn't spiked up though, which is interesting. It had a lot of sales, but it's still not going up yet. The average price is $2.75 US. The market price is $2.47 US. That's nice and hand in hand. And it's €2.94 to get to that card. It's $5 in Canada for this Fallen Empires card. This card used to see play. I remember it. We use it to pump up thralls and stuff in the day. Team Thrall! Hold the line, everyone. But 35 sales from the 13th to the 18th is pretty respectable in any given week for a reserve list card. So way to go. Whoever loves that Ebon Praetor, it's still going. It's still going. Going strong. Energizer Bunny. Get it, the bunny? Energizer Bunny? Yeah, you guys got it. All right. Zelion Sword, Fallen Empires. These are early pieces of equipment type Magic cards coming in at number 6 this week. With an average price of $2.50 US, the market price is $2.40 US, and of course €2.85 to get to that card. It's about $3 in Canada, $3.50 depending on where you can find it. This card is still trending downward. It hasn't had a spike back up, but somebody decided to grab some copies, and they grabbed 37 this week. So 37 sales from the 13th to the 18th of 2022. This thing was 3 to get out, 3 to tap, and it gave a creature +2/+0, and you could choose not to untap it to give that creature the continuous plus. When you compare it to pieces of equipment that we have nowadays in Magic, this seems very weak, but the artwork is so iconic. And yeah, I used to use this in my white weenie deck. We didn't have a lot of choices back then, so this was pretty cool because even if they killed a creature, this didn't go away. Like if you had a Holy Armor and a Holy Strength back in the day. So I did use this card. Way to go. Somebody said, I love this card. I'm going to get some. Now, number 5 this week is Polar Kraken from Ice Age. This has got to be a purely I love this card type of buy because we could not make this work back in the day. This was an 11, it's 8 colorless, 3 more. For this giant 11/11 behemoth, it has trample, but its cumulative upkeep is like sacrifice a land, right? Like it's crazy, and it comes into play tapped. So we didn't use this one too often unless you could put haste on or bloodlust and stuff. It didn't see that much play. The average price is $3.23 US. The market price is $3.15 US, and it's €3.62 to get to that card. It's $8 Canadian if you want to buy this bad boy, but 40 sales. 40 sales from the 13th to the 18th. Somebody loves themselves some Polar Kraken. They're going to have a Polar Kraken party. They want to fill out a couple binder pages and say, see my Krakens? You see my Krakens? Now, number 4 this week is Tornado. This is a card I have talked about on the channel, and I think it should see a little more play than it does as a fun alliances card. So at number 4, this card's only $2.99 is the average price US. The market is $1.63 US, and it's €1.48 to get to that card. This card's $4 here in Canada. The price is still falling down, but it had 46 sales the 13th to the 18th of 2022. I think this card has the potential to be broken. And at this price range, I'm willing to spend $6 and buy 4 just to see what happens with the card in 10 years. You never know what Wizards is going to print to break cards like this and make them into something unique and crazy. That's the difference with how things are done back then to now. A card that looks weird and janky and has upkeep cost, but it still blows up permanents, including lands. Yeah, that's kind of a weird card. If you can find a way to unsummon it, twist this around, phase it in, phase it out, whatever you want to do, there's ways of breaking cards, guys. That's all I'm saying. Now, when we're taking a look at number 3 this week, we're with Sarah's Aviary, Homelands. And you guys know, I love everything related to Sarah because she was an awesome planeswalker, and I really hope they bring her back at some point. So the Aviaries from Homelands, you're looking at an average price of $3.50 US. The market price is $2.40 US, and it's €3.64 to get to that card. It's $7 here in Canada, but with 58 sales from the 13th to the 18th of 2022, pretty respectable. And it's a 1 casting. It's 1 white with 3 other. It's 1 casting. All you need is a splash of white to get this color going because the others are 3 are colorless, so it's awesome. Now, it says all creatures with flying get +1/+1. Yes, that can go against you, but if you're building your deck around this and building a commander deck focused on flying creatures, this card does have a place. And if you're using a lot of enchantments and things like Sarah's Sanctum to pump out massive amounts of mana, this card will have a place for you. It's a lot of fun, and it's just so nostalgic. It's like Birds of Paradise becoming beastie and attacking people. I remember doing that. Number 2 this week is Wandering Mage from Alliances. That's right, another Alliances card taking off. Now you can see here, this card is only $1.97 is the average US. The market price is $1.26 US. And it's €1.74 to get that card into your house. Now, it did reach as high as $5-6. I remember at one point. You can see here it's totally come down. But its ability to stop damage on your creatures means cards like this you just don't see very often anymore. The abilities in this card can be manipulated in ways people aren't expecting when they see more modern decks being played. So throwing this into a multicolored commander deck could be a lot of fun. You could save certain people's creatures and make some good alliances in that good old commander format. So let's go ahead, without waiting any longer, to see what just happened this week. What card came in at number 1? That's what you've all been waiting here to see up to this point. Wandering Mage is impressive. 60 sales. That's a lot of sales, but it's not number 1. It can't be number 1 because each week only has one number 1. And right now, it has to be Phyrexian Portal with 82 sales, February 13th to the 18th of 2022. The average price is only $2.96. The market price is $2.16 US. And it's €3.32 to get you that card. And it's collapsed in price. I recommended this card before because it does flip people out. It's a cheap casting cost card and has Phyrexian in it. And with things like the Brothers War and Dominaria United, you never know what cards like this are going to take off or how they can be used. This card can be broken. I do remember using it and having a good time. So way to go to whoever decided to buy like 30 copies here, 20 copies there. Yeah, it's an amazing card. Gotcha, because I know nobody told me about this. So here I am finding it on my own. Impressive sales for a card from alliances like this. And that's a lot of alliances cards that are selling this week. Remember, we've talked about this on the channel before. Let me just click this off. We've talked about this. When you see this amount of sales in certain cards, that's basically a buyout happening. Because there's so many copies though, people don't really always recognize it, and there's 572 cards to follow. But when you see 50 sales, 40 sales, 50 sales, that's a lot. Yeah, you may only see 3 or 4 Wheel of Fortunes this week, 7 or 8 Tundras maybe, and they're not making the list, but that's still thousands of dollars, right? But when you see cards like this disappearing, these are going to people's long boxes and binders, and they're consolidating their reserve list collections and building on something. So I can see where people are going to go with this in 10 years. I can see the writing on the wall, and it's a lot of fun to track it and watch it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. I hope you had a blast hanging out with me like I had a blast hanging out with you. Put those comments in the comments section. Of course, if you're new, smash the subscribe button. Put some comments down. Have a conversation. It's a great day to play Magic. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys there. And don't forget, hey, we'll have a video up tomorrow that's been pre-recorded for you guys to enjoy on Monday. And of course, Monday night, I look forward to seeing you guys on the live stream. We're going to have a blast, 6:30 Eastern Standard Time every Sunday or Monday, whenever I get around to it. But there's always once a week on one of those days. Have a great day, everyone. And of course, an amazing shout out goes out to each and every one of the fantastic patrons who support this channel each and every day, to all the wonderful viewers who tune in and watch every day, and of course my YouTube membership members who are also helping support the channel. You guys are awesome. I'll see you on Monday. Gotta love these Sunday reserve list videos. It blows my mind every time I tally up the sales. So we're gonna start things off by saying, hey, we gotta put a reserve list card in the box. I gotta be careful because, you know, this one, it's gotta go in nicely. Because it's a reserve list. We got to take care of these things when things go into the box. The 10K box. Which one day we will get to open. Guys, I hope you had a fantastic time today. I had a blast. And I will see you guys all later. You deserve to have pizza. But I'm still having nachos and cheese. Maybe some tacos. Have a great one, everyone. Boom, da-dum, dum, dum.